Hello again. Today I have decided to use up the leftover paints from a previous pour. The Christmas colours that I liked so much. The green, the red, the gold, and I've also made up some silver. And I've covered a scraped canvas with white paint already. And I'm going to do little puddles of colour. And I'm going to then comb swipe through them to see what I can make. So I'm going to mix and match the colours and do little puddles onto the canvas in just random places. So I'll start with the green. All my colours have had a little drop or two of silicone added to them. I'm not sure what patterns I'm going to make in these colours, but I am going to use my slimmer of my two main combs, and I'm just going to put it through, possibly not curve it too much, more like straight swirls, but I'll see. But first of all I have to give it a quick torch because the bubbles are showing through, and I'm not even sure where the silicone is. I didn't stir it in very much, so I'm assuming at some stage some cells will be created. So I'll just take the comb through. Oh, very, very, very slowly. When I put it on, upload it to edit it, I will speed it up, of course. It'll be probably 8 times faster than what I'm actually doing it at the moment. Well, I disappeared for a little while just to let the paint settle a little, because I did do it, thin them down a little more this time. I usually have quite thick paint when I'm combing through it, and so I thought, well, I'll leave it and see whether the patterns actually settle, whether the paints start to merge in. And I have noticed a little with the silver and green, but that was actually happening when I was running the comb through it. So now I am going to tilt and see what I can get. Well, I'm going to stop tilting for a moment because I want to add a few more drops of colour. Just going to pour little drops just to break up the gold a little. Maybe a couple of streaks. tilt it again. I was planning on keeping some negative space, but have decided that I just can't really do that with the white, but not while I'm tilting anyway. Well, that will do for the tilting, I think, for the moment. I have another lumpy piece to get out. I'm not quite sure what's causing it, but I think it might be coming from the green, as I used the leftover green from a tube that was, well, getting towards empty several weeks ago, and so probably had bits of dried paint in it that I didn't even notice. So I will get my tweezers and remove that piece of paint, which is right here. I have some quite nice drippings left over from the pour. I wasn't happy with the sort of closeness and the colours that were just not really good for using on cabochons, so I got a couple of pieces of my plastic, of which I'll show you one in a moment, and pressed them down onto the paint drippings and pulled them back and got the lovely sort of smeary effect, which I'm going to try now putting on the back of some of my cabochons. The two plastic sheets that I did, of course, I'll just allow to dry and use for skins. Usually if I'm using silicone in my paint, I will only use it as skins because I can wipe the skins over thoroughly before I stick the cabochons to them. But I'll try this because I rather like some of the patterns that are coming up now from the pressing down of the plastic where the silicone has come through, and I think they look quite effective on the cabochons. So the first one I'm going to do is two blackbirds with some stars up above them. Right down here. Oh wow. It's certainly a very busy looking cabochon, but so pretty. Oh, dripping too, so I better get it off here. And a plain oval cabochon. I'm not sure if it's on camera, it should be, but it'll be right up the top. I've found a nice little area right up here. I might just lift the camera a little. Right there, that I'd like to do an oval cabochon. Oh, that's lovely. That was what I wanted, the gold dots. I don't know how well you can see those, but the gold dots are very, very pretty. And I've got a flower one with a little silver bumblebee on it. It is such a pretty cabochon. I had fun putting the transfers on the back of that one. And again, I'll lift the camera a little. It is going to go right up the top over here. I'll just turn that slightly. Oh wow, the bee looks like it's in the middle of a garden. I'm very pleased with that one. That's very, very pretty. I'm going to do another one of my tree, the ghost trees I call them. This one's got some silver stars up above it and looks really nice. I think I'll put it right down here in front of the camera through the gold. Oh yes, that is gorgeous. That'll be just beautiful if it dries like that. Very pleased. And now I have a long one, so I'm angling and holding the camera. Sorry if it's shaking a little, because I really want to put it right down in the front here. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing properly, but I've got my colours, and that is lovely. I got the red bits that I wanted. Very pretty. It's going to drop. There we go. So I don't know how well you can actually see that. Well, that's my cabochon dips done now. So I've got a mess here that I need to clean up, and that's it for the day. I will see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me.